Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. I am so excited for today's video because we are talking the top 10 best eyeshadow palettes for fall. I asked you guys in a recent everyday makeup drawer video if you'd be interested in seeing this type of video, and a lot of you said yes. So I'm bringing you guys 10 of my favorite drugstore and high-end palettes. So I have, I think, like 3, maybe 4 high-end, and then the rest are drugstore. I am so excited to share these with you guys, so let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, I love the fall time, and I think a lot of you do too. My makeup today is very fall. This lip color I'm obsessed with. I so wish I had it when I did my best fall lip color video. I will link that if you're interested. But what I'm wearing today is this new Super Stay Matte ink from Maybelline. They came out with like the city edition at Walmart stores, and this is the shade Groundbreaker. It's the most beautiful like orangey fall color, and I'm obsessed with it. I've got my cozy like little sweatshirt on today. I am so here for fall and I'm ready, and now that we're like really into October, I'm here to talk eyeshadow palettes with you guys. So let's go ahead and start off with the drugstore ones first. I have some from Maybelline that I want to talk about. And the first one is a smaller palette, and this is the City Mini eyeshadow palette in the shade High Rise Sunset. So this is an all matte palette, and it's very warm. You get a gorgeous mustardy yellow in here. What I love about this formula though is that it's kind of like a satin matte. It's not really like a super flat matte that's dry and chalky. It's almost got a little bit of a skin-like finish to these shadows that is stunning. I love these so much, and they just blend out on the eyes so beautifully, and you can get a really nice kind of neutral look, or you can really warm it up with this like warmer brown, this yellow, this burgundy red. It's beautiful. I absolutely love this palette. And then another Maybelline one that you can find on Amazon, and I think some Walmart stores are starting to carry it, and it is the Burgundy Bar. I did a whole review on this when it first came out, so I will link it for you guys, but this is kind of like a muted version of fall in my eyes. You know, you do get some warm, really beautiful burgundy shades, but you also get really nice neutrals, and you get like just 2 mattes in here. So you get this medium brown shade and this deep brown that's got a little bit of like reddish purple undertone to it. Beautiful. And the rest is shimmer. It is just gorgeous. I love pairing these shadows together, and really these 2 matte shades, I think, don't get me wrong, do I wish there were more mattes in the palette? Sure. But I think if they're going to only do 2 mattes, these are the perfect shades to do that. Because you can put this one in your crease, this one on the outer corner, you know. You can really do shimmers in the crease though, guys. Like, you'll be fine. You won't die, I promise. But these are just beautiful, beautiful shades, and I love this formula a lot. This formula does remind me, the mattes in here remind me of the mattes in the City Mini palettes. The shimmers though, they don't even remind me of the shimmers in the City Minis. I don't know what this shimmer formula is, but I love this formula. It's great. Alright, I have a lot from Makeup Revolution to share with you guys. I have 3 of their reloaded eyeshadow palettes, and to be honest, these palettes kind of spiraled this whole idea. And the one in particular that really got this idea in my brain was the one in Neutrals 3. They recently released this. This is the one I was wearing in that everyday makeup drawer video, and I was also wearing it in the 5 makeup brushes that I think everyone needs video. Love this so much. You get really beautiful golds, you get oranges, you get purples, you get reds, you get a nice matte black in here. You don't get any highlight shades in here. This is not like a one-stop eyeshadow palette. Well, I guess, let me rephrase. You don't get highlight shades in here for my skin tone. If you're darker, then yes. If you're my skin tone, no. However, this is so rich and so beautiful. This reminds me of those trees that just get so dark and there's so much dimension to them in their coloring. It's gorgeous. Love this palette so much. And the reloadeds are only like $7. So that's a great deal. And then the one I'm wearing today is Neutrals 2. This, to be honest, when I first got it, was not my favorite. But after playing with it, I'm like, yes, it really is. I've had it for a while, but I don't know. I guess I never knew how much dimension there was in this palette until I really started playing with it. Because you look at it and it all just looks very orange and very pink. But, I mean, I'm wearing it today, and you can see I do have, you know, some darkness going on the outer corner. Like, you can use this palette for a really nice one look. you don't get anything too dark. You know, you don't get a really good, like, deep matte brown. You don't get a matte black. But you do get a nice, like, matte white shade in here that's really pretty on the brow bone and on the inner corner. But I love this palette. This is more, like, for the bright, fun lover fall palette, whereas the Neutrals 3 is for the someone who wants, like, a fall smoky eye. You know what I mean? Like, this is more bright, and that one is just deepened up a little. But I think this one is still really fun and really pretty, and I love it. And then the other Reloaded palette I want to talk about is not really a palette that screams like pinks and oranges and all that kind of fall stuff. It more screams like deep in fall, but with a twist. And it is the one in Division. So this is like a dupe for Subculture by Anastasia, apparently. I don't know. I've never tried Subculture. I mean, I've seen photos, and I think it is, but I don't really know. But anyways, this, you get beautiful greens. You do get some warmth with the yellow and the orange and the warm browns. And then you get some plums and some purples, a nice bronze. It is just stunning. I love this palette. It was honestly a toss-up today between I was going to do this one or this palette. I couldn't decide. And then with this lip color, I decided to go with the Neutrals too. But, oh, I love this palette. It's just so good. Like, the mustard yellow and the purples and the greens, it's just stunning, and I'm obsessed with it. And you get a good range of matte and shimmers in here. And I think out of all the Makeup Revolution palettes I'm mentioning in this video, this is the one that you can get a complete look with, because you do get a nice, like, light highlight shade. You get a matte black, you get a matte plum. You get some more shades that are deeper to really anchor looks, but then you also get a nice highlight shade in here as well. And so I think out of all of them, you can do this. You can do a look. I can't talk. You can do a look with this palette more so than the other two. But yeah, I love it. You can do a green eye. You can do purple. You can do a mixture. You can do warm browns. You can do just, and you can get kind of like a cool gray taupe color over here, which I think is unique and interesting. So again, this is not your typical fall palette, like your typical warm fall palette, but it's still just beautiful. I love it so much. Yummy. Okay, another palette that's different than the typical kind of warmth is this one from Profusion. And this is the Royals. You can find these for like $5 at Target or on the Profusion website. And I am obsessed with this one. The colors in here are gorgeous. The formula is amazing. And what I love is that, especially for fall, is that you get like these 4 shades right here. Warm, beautiful. You get like 2 mattes, 2 shimmers. You can do a really warm brown look. Or you can even pull in this really beautiful gold, like this yellow, true yellow gold. You know what I mean? It's just stunning. You can even pull in this blue, which looks beautiful when you use it with the warm browns. Like, oh my goodness. And this green jade speaks to my soul. I don't know why I love green eyeshadow so much, but I just do. And I just think you can get like a lighter eye, you can get a darker eye, you can get a colorful eye, you can get a warm eye. Like, for just a small little palette, you get so much versatility. And then this shade up here, it's called It's Magic. It's really different. It's kind of like a pinky white duochrome shade, so it's really cool. And then you get a matte black and a silver. So I like how much versatility is in this small little palette, but you can do a warm, you can pair the warm mattes with the green or the blue, and it just looks so beautiful and fall, but not, again, not your typical warm fall eye, kind of like what I'm wearing today. I absolutely love this palette and totally recommend. All right, I need a coffee sip. These fall palettes, man, they just get me, I just get so excited. Okay, last but not least, let's talk about one more drugstore palette. So I know the last two I talked about were not really like your typical fall. This one is. This is like pumpkin spice and a palette. And it's actually even called the Spice Edition. See what I did there? This is from Rimmel. I love Rimmel formula so much. This was mentioned in my top 10 drugstore products I think everyone needs. Like, this palette is so good. The formula is amazing. And again, this is pumpkin spice in a palette. Like, come on, ladies. We know it. It is amazing. And you get so many mattes in here, and you get the shimmers that are beautiful as well. You get a purple, which I think is beautiful. You get a nice, like, highlight shade, and you get some nice transitions. Like, this palette is just so good, and the formula is so good, and the price is right. It's under $10, and it's amazing, and I don't know. People say it's a dupe for Naked Heat from Urban Decay. I've never tried Naked Heat, so I can't really speak to that because I've never compared them myself. But, I mean, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Love it so much. Alright, let's go ahead and move into the high-end palette. So I have 3 to talk about with you guys because I love drugstore makeup, and that is like my heart and soul and everything about me. I just am like, yes, like drugstore makeup, that's so good. It just gets me so excited because I love a good deal. Like, I'm the bargain girl. Like, I love it. But I understand that people do like high-end shadows, and I do too. I mean, let's get real. Makeup, I love, no matter what the cost is. I'm just more likely to buy drugstore makeup. Anywho, but for my high-end lovers, I got 3 to shout out for you guys. This one, everyone's going to be like, well, duh. It's Modern Renaissance from Anastasia. I mean, yes, duh. You get these hot pinks. You get this orange over here that's gorgeous. You get a nice matte brown. You get all these pretty, like, warm shades and pink shades, and oh, it's so beautiful. I mean, it's iconic for a reason, you guys. Like, it is just stunning. And the Anastasia formula is really nice. It's a little powdery, but I don't mind that because it blends so well. And I don't know, I think you can even do like a more cool toned look with this palette. Like if you use this Buon Fresco shade, this like dusty rose kind of color in the crease instead. But you can go super warm with this palette if you want to, and really like bright and fun. You can go more neutral. So I think it's kind of intimidating for people who like neutral palettes. Like when they look at this, they're like, whoa, that's a lot of color. And it is. But once you get it on your eyes, it's not this punchy. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely workable on the eyes, and you can get really beautiful everyday colors, or everyday looks with this. So, I don't know. I love this palette, and I do think it's really good. The one thing I hate, though, is that my packaging is turning all weird. And I don't know why. Anybody else do this? Their Modern Renaissance do this? Let me know, because it's bothering me. A newer release for fall that I love, and that I think is probably not the safest. Yeah, no it is. Let's get real. This is the safest fall palette I'm mentioning. This has the safest colors. It's the most kind of neutral. And it is the Lorac Pro 4. Did do a whole video on this. I'll share with you guys. It is a newer release from Lorac. But the reason I chose this is because, again, for kind of like the everyday person that wants everything muted in a palette, this palette is going to be for you. I would say this one or the Burgundy Bar. This is also more muted as well. But this one, you get mattes and shimmers, 8 mattes, 8 shimmers, you know, the whole Lorac, or, you know, how they do type of thing. Hold on, do I have to sneeze? No. I'm okay. Alright. So, I love the warmth in here. You get like warm ginger and amaretto, which are beautiful. And then you get 2 really nice like neutral transition shades with Brulee and Pecan. And then Rosebud is a gorgeous kind of like cool toned pinky kind of shade. It's really pretty though, especially paired with the warmth. You get this nice matte, it's called Black Currant. It's like a matte, deep, deep purple. It's so pretty. And then these shimmers down here. Candlelight is probably my favorite gold eyeshadow of life. Like if they sold this in a single, I would buy it. It is the best gold eyeshadow ever. I'm obsessed. And then Begonia is a really pretty like warm kind of peachy pink color. Merlot is gorgeous as well. Iced Rose is pretty. Like these are just kind of really nice warm shades, but it's not all warm. You definitely do get some cool tones in here too and more neutral shades, but it's all very safe. You know, like if you don't want to try to like do a ton of color, even like this today looks intimidating with all this pink and orange on my eyeballs, like this is for you. If you just want like a safe fall palette, get the Lorac Pro 4. It's worth it. Alright, last but not least, I want to talk about a smaller palette that is still high-end, but I love that this brand does this. So this is the Tartelette Flirt palette. So Tarte does this with some of their palettes. So I know they have the Tartelette Tease palette, which I've actually gifted my sister. I gave her mine because I just have those palettes. Like, I had those shades so many times over, and she really wanted it, so I just gave it to her. And, but that is kind of like their miniature version, I think, of their original Tartelette palette. And then this one is kind of their mini Tartelette Toasted. So I love that they do these because these little palettes are only like 23 bucks. And yeah, that's still expensive for only 6 shades, but you can use Ulta points on them and stuff, and you don't have to have those big palettes that you won't use all the shades. You know what I mean? So this one is called Flirt, and the packaging is a little difficult for me to show you guys, but you get 2 mattes over here and 2 mattes over here, and then 2 shimmers in the center. I love that you get a nice matte cream. You get like 3, well, I would say like 2 medium tones and then 1 deeper tone matte, which I like. And then these shimmers are beautiful. One's kind of more pink. This one in Passion is a little bit more pink. And then up here, Touch is a little bit more orangey. So I love this because it's just a gorgeous miniature fall palette, but you can easily do a couple different looks with this. And you can do an all matte look. You can add some shimmers to it. You can do more pinks. You can do more oranges. You can deepen it up. You can do a lighter look. Like, I just love the versatility for this really small little palette. And the Tarte formula is really nice. I would say Anastasia and Lorac are pretty similar. They're kind of powdery and you got to tap your brush off, but they blend beautifully. Tarte, you might have to work a little bit more to blend, but they're not as powdery. So it's kind of just all on preference. But I just wanted to share with you guys these 10 palettes because I love all 10 of them. I use them. I'm so excited to use them all fall long. I mean, really all times of the year, but especially during fall, I just think that these colors stand out so beautifully and really just match the season. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are having an awesome fall and drinking all the pumpkin spice. I actually don't like pumpkin spice lattes, but I like pumpkin flavored like cookies and cupcakes. So, you know, I'm doing that. Eating all the pumpkin things, drinking all the pumpkin things, all the apple things. Just loving this time of the year. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys here next time. Bye.